You are going to be in for a treat for this quarterfinal matchup. Ringling, believe it or not, has not lost a game since September 6th of 2019.
For those of you who watched The Last Dance last night, this gym might look a little familiar. It's where Dennis Rodman played when he was here at Southeastern, but now it's being renovated to accommodate more than just basketball.
We have lots of playoff games to look forward to, especially because of that OSSAA ruling that happened just a couple of weeks ago that allows every single team in the state to make the playoffs no matter what their record is. Coach, I know this was kind of a weird couple of weeks for you, seeing as how you didn't have a couple of games. So talk to me about what practice was like this week.
Normally Wednesday nights are pretty calm for the KTEN sports department. Most high school teams are resting from their Tuesday night matchups, and it gives us a chance to catch our breath, but not tonight.
There are probably maybe only a dozen other people who don't qualify as a player or a coach that are in the building tonight, but that might be changing in just a couple of days. The GAC Board of Presidents is set to meet on January 16th to possibly decide whether or not fans will be allowed at all sporting events for the remainder of the winter season.
Pottsboro down by 1. They get it on the other end. Aiden Cannon hits the jumper for a pair and the lead. Gunner swinging around the horn now, ends up in the hands of Cole Lemons in the paint to give them the lead. At that point, Pottsboro went on to get the win over Gunner on the road, 56-50, the final score. This senior class for Ada boys tennis will be hard to follow up. Between the 5 of them, they share 12 state titles for both the individual and team matches. But when their head coach reached out to legendary ESPN anchor Scott Van Pelt about having them honored for his senior night segment, the team thought he was joking. First play of the second quarter, OU already on top. Spencer Rattler throws deep to Marvin Mims. He finds that one for a 45-yard strike to give them a 14-0 lead. 2 minutes before halftime, Cyclones in the red zone. They get on the board when Brock Purdy finds Charlie Kohler from 10 yards out. They now are still trailing. Oklahoma responds almost instantly when Rattler makes his way across the goal line. The Cowboys have struggled with several parts of their team this season, from losing their star quarterback after a gruesome injury to not being able to perform consistently on defense. It's been a roller coaster of a season, and Andy Dalton was returning back to Cincinnati for the first time since his trade, and Dallas was hungry for a win. What was the key thing that you were looking for tonight that you were hopefully going to execute on, especially going into district play next week? The reigning SCAC champs were looking for another win to start the season 2-0. The Roos with the lead here in the first floor, and trailer passes to Andrea Sleckow, who kisses it off the backboard for a pair. Now in the second, Sarah Gwynn attacks it right off the dribble to extend their lead to 12. AC laying it on thick here. Allie Longacre nails the tray from the corner. She led the team with 16 points this afternoon. The Tigers make show-stopping plays every Friday night, but last week's middle school game might take the cake for best play of the year. Take a look.
I didn't have a lot of friends. Bryce was one of them. We were together all the time.
In life, and especially on the football field, childhood friends quickly become your family.
Their friendship is amazing. It's truly like no other.
From soccer to t-ball, Bryce Biros and Garen Getz were inseparable until age 8, when the Biros family's lives changed forever after a visit to Children's Medical Center in Dallas.
It wasn't until about that last hour we were about to leave, they were checking us out, and they came back and set us down and, you know, told us this is sorry. This is what it is. It's AT, and in about 2 years he'll be wheelchair bound. And I did not believe that. I was like, no, he played baseball last week. Like, no, he's good.
AT is a rare and complex neurodegenerative disorder that impacts just 1 in every 40,000 people. By age 10, Bryce needed a wheelchair full-time, and the Biros family was looking for a change.
The Getzes were like, y'all got to move out here. This community, the support that you can build a place for Bryce that's conducive to him. And thank goodness we took their advice, because here we are.
3 years later, the Biroses are proud to call Gunner home, and Bryce has found his way back to the field.
What's your favorite part?
I don't really have one. Everything is.
He's like the glue to our team. He keeps everybody a team, and he's definitely the MVP.
After experiencing Bryce's impact on the sidelines, his teammates asked their coaches if they could devise a plan to get their MVP on the field.
Taking the field right now for your Gunner Tigers, number 24, Bryce Biros. when they called his number and his name out there and the crowd started cheering, we said, it's happening, it's happening.
He gets a handoff on the right side, and he's at the 5. He's going in to score. Touchdown, Bryce Biros!
What was going through your head, you know, kind of in that moment?
That's not dropping the ball.
But you didn't do that, right? You got all the way to the end zone?
Yeah. That was the best night ever.
It's hard to hold the tears back when, you know, getting to see your son score a touchdown. I've never scored a touchdown in a middle school football game. And we talk about it all the time now. We haven't stopped talking about it for 2 days.
The kindness of Whitewright and Gunners players and coaches, combined with the passion and perseverance of an 8th grader, culminated in a moment that won't soon be forgotten.
Yes, he has this memory of a lifetime, but we have the memory of watching him go through that and his smile, and just, we got to watch him take it all in, and you can't top that.
It's hard to beat a game like that, but Bryce is looking forward to watching the varsity team make their way back to Jerry World this fall.